It's a sad news for us Lord of the Rings fans because Viggo Mortensen isn't coming back to play Aragorn in The Hunt for Gollum, which is the new upcoming Middle Earth film, which is set to come out in December 2027. I am pretty devastated right now, to be quite honest with you. I was expecting for Viggo Mortensen to return as the character, and I have trouble seeing anybody else in this role. Especially since this movie is a prequel to The Fellowship of the Ring and it happens like at the same time. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird and it's gonna be challenging to see somebody else as Viggo Mortensen back in the role. And I think that this movie better be damn good. It better deliver because if it doesn't, I think we have a problem. A lot of fans are already like questioning this movie's existence. They don't want this movie to happen. I've seen comments online. Some fans are against this movie, and I am not against The Hunt for Gollum, but I do wish that they had told some different story in the Middle Earth universe. Maybe like a young Aragorn film. Like then I would understand why you had to recast the role. I just don't want this to be like a pointless film that we just don't really need. And yeah, I really want to be excited for this movie, but Viggo Mortensen not being back as Aragorn sort of kills any excitement I had previously. And yeah, I don't know what to make of it. If it was his decision because he's too old, then fine, so be it. Like if he thinks that the actor should be younger and that they shouldn't like de-age the character, I respect Viggo Mortensen's decision on leaving the project. But if this is due to the script not being good enough, then I am worried, and I have a feeling maybe that was the reason for Viggo Mortensen to like not do this movie. And I think that it is unfortunate, and I just don't know like who can play this character better than he did in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. He's a big reason why I love those movies, and so I have to wonder like if this movie script wasn't good enough. Like I can't imagine this movie being all that great. Yeah, it's devastating. I'm not gonna lie. I read this today, I think, and I was really just kind of drowning my sorrows a little bit. It's just very sad news. And I understand if people are like really questioning this movie now because I am sort of. And I think that it would have worked better. I have an interview of Viggo Mortensen talking about The Hunt for Gollum, and I find this quote rather fascinating because maybe it's the answer, and I hope that it isn't, but this is what he said. If I come back, I would like to feel like I am reading a story by Tolkien in terms of the shape and emotion it conveys, but more importantly, the way it reads, in which it seems connected and consistent with what Professor Tolkien wrote. I think Peter Jackson, Fran Walsh, Philippa Bowens, and whoever is behind this work will make sure I feel this way. Form and emotion is in everything they did were respectful to Tolkien's narrative. This will be the first and most important thing. Viggo Mortensen. So yeah, it's kind of worrying me. Maybe this movie is actually not going to be all that great. But I am hoping for the best here. I am hoping that this movie delivers and we're getting like another good installment in the Lord of the Rings franchise. Because I like The Hobbit. I know a lot of people didn't, but I thought that it was a sweet adventure in its own right. Like, it's nothing compared to The Lord of the Rings. I don't think that it's as good and it's as memorable as the Lord of the Rings was. Because, like, nothing really can compare to The Lord of the Rings. Those are, like, the best movies of all time. But like, it's a good adventure film series, in my opinion, and I enjoyed the War of the Rohirrim that we got last year, so I am sort of still optimistic for The Hunt for Gollum. Yeah, it's just really unfortunate that they had to do it. Like, I know that he is now 67 years old, and he is older than Ian McKellen was in The Fellowship of the Ring, so Like, I get all that, and I understand his decision if he thought he was too old for the part, because he is older than he was 25 years ago. But so are Elijah Wood and Ian McKellen, and that didn't stop them for appearing in this movie. So I'm just torn on the decision. I don't understand it, and maybe Viggo Mortensen will say something in the upcoming weeks on why he passed on the Hunt for Gollum, and that he just passed on it because he thought that the role should go to a younger actor. And if that's the case, then I completely understand, and I hope that they pick like the right person for the role. And I don't want like the actor to just do something different. He needs to become character, kind of like Benjamin Bratt did when he was recast as the role of Bail Organa, who was played initially by Jimmy Smith. I hate that recast, but I thought that Benjamin Bratt did a phenomenal job in the role. Like, he was a good second choice, even though like this situation was really terrible, and I would have much preferred that they didn't recast the role. Benjamin Bratt really did a fantastic job. So we need somebody like him to come in and do a terrific job as Aragorn. And I don't have any name right now in mind of an actor that could do the job. Maybe it's going to be an unknown. And I think that's the way I would approach this. Like, hire an unknown, like, hire somebody that kind of looks like Viggo Mortensen. I think that would be like the best way to do this if you're not going to de-age Aragorn. Yeah, if he decided that the script wasn't good enough, we'll never know. I think that we'll never know why he decided to reject the offer. I just hope that it's not because of the script. I am crossing my fingers. Philippa Bowens also had this to say about like the story. The shape of it is interesting as it's not quite a prequel and essentially runs parallel to the events of the Fellowship of the Ring. Specifically, the film is set after Bilbo's 111th birthday party and before the Mines of Moria. Bowens explained some of the film's intention and revealed a few details about it too. Yeah, it's deliberately the bridging film and the story we wanted to tell, she explained. It does center on Gollum Smeagol, something I am questioning, to be quite honest with you. So it's a little bit of an origin story going on, but when you delve into it, as you do with anything Professor Tolkien wrote, you see the layers and layers of story that's underneath there and how interconnected they all are. Philippa Bowens. So I don't like the fact that it's centered on Gollum. I thought that the story was going to center on Aragorn or Gandalf. But if Gollum is the main character, like, I am questioning that. I don't really love Gollum, to be quite honest with you. I think he's a cool character, but he is not my favorite Lord of the Rings character. I think that the entire Fellowship are much more interesting characters than Gollum ever was. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I am worried about the Viggo Mortensen not playing Aragorn. I am wondering right now why he did not want to be in this movie. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Hopefully this movie turns out to be great, and hopefully we all love it. Like, I think that every Lord of the Rings fan is hoping that this movie delivers and that it's not like Rings of Power, which is just garbage. Hopefully this movie is awesome and we all enjoy it and we come together in harmony. Yeah, I am just devastated right now. It's going to take me a couple of days to recover from this news, unfortunately. So let me know what you think about Viggo Mortensen not coming back as Aragorn. Please let me know. Please like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.